Myra, do you think it's reliable to go to Thailand for a penis lengthening surgery? I looked up from my cup of coffee. My brother, Ryan Carter, had that wild gleam in his eyes again. The words echoed in my ears, and I froze. I knew this moment. I had lived it before. The same house, the same question, the same insanity. Last time, I'd tried to stop him. I told him the surgery was dangerous, high risk of nerve damage, potential infertility, even death. I was a urologist after all. He didn't listen. Worse, he blamed me for holding him back. Said I'd ruined his future. Eventually, when his coworker got the surgery, bagged a sugar mama, and moved into a mansion, Ryan lost it. He said I was jealous, that I didn't want to see him succeed. Then he sold me to a human trafficking ring in northern Myanmar. I lived through hell until I died. But now, I was back. Reborn. Right here, right now, in our family's living room, just before everything went to shit. Ryan sat across from me, still waiting for an answer. Mom stood behind him, trying to signal me with exaggerated winks and a frantic hand gesture, her usual way of silently begging me to stop him without making him mad. In my past life, I'd pulled out my phone and showed him horror stories of failed surgeries. I'd begged, pleaded. He'd stayed. But then spiraled into bitterness, joblessness, and rage. And still blamed me. Not this time. This time, I smiled sweetly and said, "Of course, Ryan. Thailand's known for cutting-edge male enhancement procedures. If you can't trust them, who can you trust?" Mom's face snapped toward me like a whip. Her expression curdled with confusion and fury. Ryan blinked. "Seriously?" I beamed. "Absolutely. I think you should go. I fully support you." Mom's voice shot up. "What the hell are you saying, Myra? Just the other day you told me the surgery could kill someone." Ryan's face darkened with suspicion. "You're trying to kill me, aren't you? Trying to get this house all for yourself?" I placed a hand on my chest and feigned shock. "Ryan, you're my big brother. I'd never. You've just been unlucky here in the States. But over in Thailand, the technology's advanced. 0 complications. Guaranteed results. Right, Mom?" Mom opened her mouth, ready to protest again, but Ryan cut her off. "Are you saying you don't want to pay for it, Ma? Huh? You trying to screw me out of my chance at success?" His neck was turning red, veins bulging. Mom panicked. No, of course not. "Whatever it costs, Ryan, I'll pay." His eyes lit up. Exactly what I wanted. "I mean," I added innocently, "it must be pretty expensive, right? I just started working, still paying rent and sending money to Mom every month. But I'm getting a bonus at the end of the year. Mom can cover it for now. I'll repay her later." I glanced at Ryan's crotch with mock concern. "Assuming you survive the procedure, of course." Ryan stretched out his hand toward Mom with a triumphant smirk. "Just wait, Ma. Once I hook a rich cougar, I'll buy you a mansion with 10 housekeepers. You'll be treated like royalty." Mom's scowl softened into a delighted grin. "Really, Ryan? That's my good boy. I'll get the money today." Then she turned to me and pinched my arm viciously. "You better cough up that bonus when it comes, girl. Don't even think of backing out." I nodded obediently. "Of course, Mom." Chapter 2, King of the Neighborhood. A week later, Ryan strutted back home from Thailand. Literally strutted. He puffed his chest out, walked with an exaggerated hip thrust like he was in some sleazy cologne ad, and flashed us a smug, toothy grin. "That surgery was miraculous," he announced proudly. I swear, it grew like crazy. "And I feel invincible now. I'm gonna bag a sugar mama in no time." Mom stared openly at the front of his pants, eyes glittering with excitement. "Just look at the shape of it. Money well spent. My son is incredible." Then Ryan turned to me, smugness darkening into a scowl. "You're a urologist, right? Then check me out. Make sure I don't have any lingering side effects." I sighed. "I'd love to help, Ryan, but my skills are pretty basic. Are you sure you want someone like me checking your situation?" He immediately backed away, hands up. "Hell no. I'm not letting your clumsy hands near me. I'm fine." "Suit yourself?" I shrugged. But the surgery was barely healed, and Ryan had already plunged headfirst into a reckless, lavish lifestyle. He stopped coming home at night. Rumors swirled. Champagne clubs, older women, private drivers. And just like that, he actually did it. He hooked a rich sugar mama. One day, A sleek sports car screeched to a halt in front of our building. Ryan leaned out of the driver's side window and yelled, "Ma, come down here!" Mom raced to the balcony and squealed like a teenage girl. "Oh my God, Myra, your brother made it. Hurry, come down." The car only had 2 seats. Ryan motioned for Mom to take the passenger side. "Let's go for a spin around the block." I stayed where I was. Mom shot me a contemptuous look before sliding into the car. "Useless girls like you don't deserve to ride in a car this nice." I rolled my eyes. "You'd have to pay me to get in that thing. It's loud as hell and he's disturbing the entire neighborhood." Annoyed, I anonymously reported him to building security. 5 minutes later, the guards arrived and kicked him out for violating noise regulations. Mom stumbled out of the car, embarrassed, and immediately began ranting to the gathering crowd. Some jealous loser complained because they can't stand to see my son succeed. "You're all just bitter you'll be poor for life." Our neighbor, Mrs. Allen, wasn't having it. She crossed her arms and barked, "Your son's a clown. That car probably isn't even his. Lazy brat never worked a day in his life." Mom snapped. "At least my son isn't a useless hag who gave birth to 2 daughters and no one to carry the family name. No wonder your husband left." Mrs. Allen lunged at her. The two started brawling like drunken wrestlers in front of the entire complex. A pack of other pissed-off aunties joined in. They'd all hated Mom for years. This was their moment. A full-on street beatdown. I quietly slipped away and headed to a nearby buffet for dinner. When I got back home later that night, Mom was sitting on the couch, battered and sulking. "You little brat," she screeched when she saw me. "Where the hell were you? Didn't even help your own mother when she was getting attacked?" "I didn't know you were getting beat up," I said calmly. "I got called into the hospital for an emergency shift." She hurled a bottle of ointment at me. "Use your damn eyes. Get over here and put this on me." I obeyed, dabbing at her bruises while she whimpered and moaned like a dying cow. Then Ryan sauntered in wearing a hot pink suit like a Vegas magician. He jingled a set of car keys and declared, "Mom, my sugar mama just gave me a house. A real mansion. I'll take you to see it soon." Mom's mood instantly flipped. She forgot all about the bruises and started posing with the keys for photos. "My son bought me a mansion." She bragged in the neighborhood group chat. "I'm moving out of this dump. The poor can rot." Naturally, she pissed off every single resident. The whole community turned against her. She got kicked out of the group chat and basically exiled. But she didn't care. She clung to those damn keys like they were made of diamonds. Then Ryan turned to me with a sick little grin. "Myra, I met this rich business tycoon recently. I showed him your picture. He's totally into you." I narrowed my eyes. And, he said casually, "you're gonna spend the night with him." Mom clapped in delight. "What a blessing. You better thank your brother. He's always thinking of your future." I stared at them both, stunned. I've never even had a boyfriend. "I don't know how to entertain a CEO." Ryan snarled. "Don't play innocent, you little slut. You look at dicks all day at work, and you're telling me you don't get off on it? Give me a break." I almost slapped him. But I held back. Instead, I forced a smile. "Ryan, I'm not charming or seductive. If anything, I'll piss the guy off. I think it's safer for you if I stay at the hospital." Ryan puffed on a cigarette, not responding. I pressed on, changing the topic. "Honestly, Ryan, it's kind of a waste for someone like you to settle for just one sugar mama. With your looks and your new equipment, you should have 3 or 4. Maximize your profits. Am I right?" He glanced at me, uncertain. A flicker of thought crossed his face. "Anyway," I added sweetly, "even if we're family, it's better if you earn your own money. Less risk." He stared hard at me, then went to his room without a word. 3 days later, he texted me, "Order me some of that stamina-boosting stuff. The strong kind." That's when I realized he'd been sleeping with 2 or 3 different rich women every night and was starting to burn out. I ordered the most dangerous body-wrecking formula I could find. And he loved it. Didn't come home for weeks. Chapter 3. When it all starts to rot. "Hey Myra," Mom grumbled one morning. "When is Ryan going to take me to live in that mansion? The women in this complex won't stop picking on me." I glanced up from my toast. "Why don't you call him yourself?" She hesitated. I tried. He didn't pick up. I rolled my eyes. Of course he didn't. He'd probably yelled at her the last time and blocked her number. I grabbed my scooter keys. I've got an overnight shift at the hospital. Don't wait up. That night, as fate would have it, Ryan walked into my hospital. Disguised under a hoodie and a face mask, he crept into the urology department and registered under a fake name. I was standing behind my mentor, Dr. Patterson, in my white coat and thick-rimmed glasses. Ryan didn't recognize me. "Doctor," he said, grimacing in pain. "My junk hurts. It's swollen like a damn balloon. Please, help me." He clutched his crotch as if his entire existence depended on it. Dr. Patterson led him into the exam room. The moment his pants came down, the stench hit me like a truck, even through my mask. I gagged and turned away. Dr. Patterson's brow furrowed deeply. "You had a penis lengthening surgery, didn't you?" Ryan nodded sheepishly. "It's badly infected," the doctor said flatly. "The tissue is necrotic. If you don't remove the implanted part, the infection could spread to your real organ, and from there to your entire system." Ryan's face turned white. He bolted upright. Wait. Isn't there some other way?" Dr. Patterson looked to me. "Myra?" Ryan froze mid-panic. "Myra?" he said, squinting at me. Then recognition slammed into him like a wrecking ball. "You." His scream was pure fury. "It was you, you bitch. You're the one who told him to cut it off. You want me poor and ruined because you can't stand that I was making more money than you. You've always been jealous of me, always competing, always trying to be the better sibling." He lunged at me in blind rage, but Dr. Patterson blocked him. I folded my arms. "Treat it or don't, Ryan. I really don't care. But if you cause one more scene, I'll call security and let everyone know what's rotting between your legs." He spat at the floor. "You're gonna regret this, Myra. I swear to God." Then, he stormed out. Not 10 minutes later, Mom called me, screaming, "You heartless bitch. How could you let them cut your brother's manhood off? What kind of sister are you?" I calmly hung up and returned to my work. That night, I boarded a plane to another city, part of a prestigious temporary assignment I'd worked hard to get. It was a dream come true. While I was gone, Mom finally remembered she had a daughter, if only to brag. She posted a photo of a mansion in the family group chat. "Look at what my son bought me. I live better than all you losers now." Not long after, I got a voice message from Ryan himself. "You think I need your hospital, Myra? That infection was nothing. I'm better than ever now. You and that quack doctor can go to hell. Oh, and that mansion? Way out of your league. Little Miss Resident salary." I didn't respond. I was too busy enjoying the peace. Ryan and Mom? They were swimming in delusion. But karma wasn't done yet. A few weeks later, in the middle of the night, my phone wouldn't stop ringing. It was Ryan. Groggy, I answered. "What?" "Myra," he shrieked. "It's an emergency. It's not working. My junk, it won't get up." I rolled onto my side. "Didn't you say the surgery was perfect? Just go back to Thailand and do a tune-up. It's like cosmetic maintenance, right?" There was a pause. Then he yelled, "You know what? That's a great idea. You're smart, Myra. Call it in. Get me the money." My sleepiness evaporated. "You're calling me for money? Don't you own a mansion?" "My money's my money," he snapped. "Just get the cash. I don't care how—" I smiled coldly. "No money here. It's your penis, your problem." Click. I turned off my phone and blocked his number. Chapter 4. From mansion dreams to dumpster fires. To fully enjoy my peace, I got a new phone number and bank card, then turned off the old one. A few quiet days passed. Then, when I finally turned the old phone back on, messages flooded in so fast it almost crashed the device. Mom's number popped up immediately. "You little tramp, you finally picked up," she screeched. "Everything's gone to hell." Ryan's mansion? Gone. They took it. Turns out, the sugar mama had dumped him. Not just dumped him, she sent some thug-looking guys to reclaim everything, the house, the car, the cash. Kicked Mom out on the street. No more keys. No more mansion. Mom had no money. Ryan had disappeared. No relatives would take her in, so she ended up wandering the streets begging. One day, while rummaging through trash behind a nightclub, she ran into Ryan. He was dressed in designer clothes, pretending to be someone else, with 2 girls on his arm. She ran to him, sobbing, "Ryan, take me home." He turned his head and barked at security. "Get that crazy woman away from me." That's when Mom snapped. She hurled a beer bottle straight at his crotch with the precision of a pro baseball pitcher. Crack. Blood. Everywhere. The surgery hadn't been done well to begin with. Now it was utterly destroyed. When I got the call from my cousin Emma, she sounded horrified and gleeful at the same time. "Ryan's junk is officially gone," she said flatly. "Your mom blinded him with the bottle. Now she's blind in one eye too. And Ryan, he stabbed her." I nearly dropped my coffee. Ryan had taken a shattered glass shard and jammed it into Mom's eye in retaliation. Now Mom was blind. Ryan was arrested. And both of them were out of their damn minds. Mom was institutionalized. Ryan got sentenced. I flew home on emergency leave to handle everything. When the debt collectors came knocking, I called the cops. That shut them down quick. I personally signed the paperwork committing Mom to a psychiatric hospital. She sat in the intake room mumbling, "My Ryan will come back for me. He's gonna buy me a mansion. Ryan, Ryan." Her left eye was bandaged. Her mind completely gone. Then I visited Ryan in prison. He sat on the other side of the glass, pale and twitching. "Myra, no, sis, big sis. You're the only family I've got left. Please, help me get out of here. Just ask Mom to sign the release form. I'll hire the best lawyer. I'll buy you a car. I'll get you a villa." I looked him in the eye and said, calm as ever, "Mom's insane. She's not signing anything. And you? You're staying right here." He banged the glass. "No, I'm the last male in the family. Without me, our ancestors can't rest in peace." I stood up and said, "Then let the ancestors toss and turn." He screamed as the guards dragged him away. I walked out of that prison into a blindingly bright sun. It felt like a new life. Chapter 5. Live streams, lies, and lawsuits. I thought it was over. Mom was in a psychiatric hospital muttering about mansions. Ryan was locked up. I was finally back at work, doing rounds, focused on medicine, and patients who didn't scream about sugar mamas or genitals. Then the hospital director called me in. "Dr. Carter," he said cautiously, "your family is here, causing quite a scene." I blinked. "I'm sorry, what?" I checked my phone. Sure enough, Emma, my cousin, had already sent me videos. The scene was absurd. Ryan and Mom standing in the hospital lobby, surrounded by nurses and baffled patients, shouting for me like we were in some reality TV meltdown. "Where's that little slut Myra?" Ryan yelled. "You think she's on a fellowship? Bullshit. They've sent her to seduce men." Mom added her own delusional monologue. "You people had my daughter watching men's private parts all day. You made her filthy. Now she's ruined. Ruined. I want compensation." She howled. "My daughter used to be innocent." The gathered crowd was equal parts amused and horrified. Ryan pointed to a group of patients. "If your husband saw Dr. Carter, I guarantee she seduced at least one of them. She's addicted to sex. That's why she's in urology." The crowd began whispering, chuckling, throwing in their own disgusting jokes. I shook with rage. Enough. I called the police. Then I called my lawyer friend Ashley. When the cops arrived, Ryan and Mom were mid-rant, accusing the hospital of corrupting me, of forcing me to see too many dicks, of turning me into some kind of lust demon. Ashley calmly presented them with legal documents. "Ma'am, sir, what you're doing is slander and public defamation. That is a criminal offense." Mom scoffed. "She's my daughter. I'll say whatever the hell I want. If I want to cuss her out, I will." Ashley didn't blink. "Doesn't matter. You can't lie about someone in public. Myra has full grounds to sue you." Before they could respond, the cops cuffed them for disturbing public order. But because they were technically family and hadn't caused property damage, they were only given a warning. The hospital forgave me after I apologized. But someone had recorded the whole scene. Of course. A clip of them ranting in the lobby went viral on TikTok. At first, comments sided with me. Viewers condemned Ryan and Mom as insane grifters. But Ryan wasn't done. He bought bots. Fake comments flooded in, calling me a predator, a disgrace, a male addict. Then he and Mom went live on TikTok. They cried. They begged. They accused. "She's no daughter of mine," Mom sobbed. She turned her back on us. "Look what she did to her own brother. Can you imagine a girl becoming a penis doctor? Ryan added, voice trembling. No decent woman would do that. The internet ate it up. I was doxxed, harassed. My name trended for all the wrong reasons. The hospital had no choice. Myra, the director said, take some time off. Let this cool down. I nodded. But inside, I burned. They wanted war? Fine. I contacted one of Ryan's old friends, Josh. I'd helped him out once. He owed me. Josh was perfect, sly, charismatic, and completely shameless. I wired him a chunk of cash and gave him a job. Play Ryan at his own game. Josh showed up at Ryan's rural hideout, hidden camera rolling, pretending to be an old pal down on his luck. Ryan, now a small-time TikTok streamer trying to sell garbage on live streams, was clearly struggling. Josh lounged on the couch, twirling the keys to his Lamborghini. Bro, you used to be the guy. Every cougar in the city wanted a piece of you. Now look at this dump. How do you even sleep in this shack? Ryan scowled. Shut up. Josh stood, lifted his shirt, and pointed to his crotch. You see this? Better than yours ever was. Got it fixed in Thailand, same place as you. Even better results. Bro, I'm back in business. Ryan's eyes lit up. You mean they can reconnect it? Josh grinned. These days, they can rebuild anything. Even if it's got a hole in it, they'll patch it up. Thailand's tech is wild. Ryan practically drooled. Josh's phone rang. He answered in a flirty tone. Hey, sugar. Yeah, tonight. Same place. Can't wait. Ryan's face twisted in envy. Josh winked. Catch you later, bro. After he left, he sent me the footage. I paid him double. Ryan, now obsessed with getting reconnected, stopped harassing me for a while. I finally got to breathe. Chapter 6, Debt, Desperation, and a Bottle to the Balls. 2 months passed. Then Emma, my cousin, called me in a panic. Myra, it happened. You need to come home. Now. Ryan had tried everything to get the surgery redone in Thailand. He couldn't get money from me, so he turned to the only other person dumb enough to still believe in him. Mom. At first, she resisted. But Ryan was her precious only son, her hope for a mansion. She eventually caved. She took out massive online loans using fake identities. Ryan took the cash, booked a ticket, and vanished. Days later, the loan sharks came calling. They found Mom. She ran. She hid. She begged on the streets. Nobody in the family helped her. Then one night, outside a dive bar, she was digging through garbage for recyclables when, bam, there he was. Ryan, dressed in designer clothes again, swaggering like nothing had happened. Mom ran to him, eyes wide. Ryan, baby, you're back. Ryan turned away. I don't know you. Then to the bouncers. Get this lunatic away from me. Mom exploded. She picked up the nearest glass bottle and smashed it into his crotch with all the strength of a mother scorned. Blood gushed out. Screams echoed. Ryan dropped like a sack of bricks. The surgery had been a failure from the start. That final hit ended him. Emma described the aftermath with a mix of disgust and disbelief. Your brother, she said, is officially ruined. And your mom? She lost it. She grabbed a shard of the bottle and stabbed Ryan in the eye. Now Ryan was half blind. Mom completely insane. He was arrested. Again. This time for assault. She was institutionalized. Again. But worse. I came back to clean up the mess. I called the police when debt collectors showed up. I packed Mom's things and signed her into a full-time mental hospital. She sat in the admissions room, whispering like a broken record. Ryan's the best. Ryan's gonna buy me a mansion. He promised. Her left eye was cloudy and blind. Her mind, gone. I stared at her, and I didn't feel pity. Just exhaustion. Then I visited Ryan in prison, again. His head was shaved. His eye was bandaged. He was pale, thin, and twitchy. Myra. Sis. Big sis. His voice trembled. Please. You have to get me out of here. Get Mom to sign a waiver. Hire me a lawyer. I'll pay you back. I'll get you a house. Anything. I stared at him through the glass. Mom's institutionalized, I said. Legally insane. And you? You can rot? He pounded the glass. No. I'm the only son. The only male heir. You think the Carter name will survive without me? Our ancestors. I stood up. The ancestors can deal. As the guards dragged him away, he thrashed like a wild animal. I stepped into the sunshine and took a deep breath. It was warm, bright, clean. Chapter 7, cancelled in real time. Just when I thought it was finally over, the fire reached me again. The hospital called. Myra, your mother and brother are here again. What now? I groaned. Emma sent me the footage before I could even ask. Mom and Ryan were back, screaming, ranting, and throwing accusations like a deranged duo straight out of Jerry Springer. Only this time, it wasn't in the hospital lobby. It was online. They had started a live stream. A full-blown 2-camera setup in what looked like someone's moldy basement. And they were dragging me through hell. My daughter used to be pure, Mom sobbed into the camera. But that hospital made her look at men's private parts all day. She became obsessed. Ryan added, You think she's just a urologist? No. She likes it. She's addicted. She turned into a man-chasing monster. They wept. They screamed. They begged viewers to donate to help their broken family recover. I stared at the screen in disbelief. It was insane. But worse, it was working. Some viewers believed them. Bots flooded the comment sections. Conspiracy threads popped up about me being a nympho doctor who used her license to seduce patients. It went viral. Even my hospital couldn't ignore it. Myra, my supervisor said gently, We think it's best if you take a leave of absence. Until this blows over. I couldn't even be mad at them. The PR nightmare was massive. So I left. But I wasn't going to go quietly. I called Josh again. Time to destroy them, I said. Josh grinned. Already rolling. He went to visit Ryan again, this time pretending to be an old friend from his TikTok audience. He brought a hidden camera and played it like a late-night infomercial, sleazy, sarcastic, and cruelly perfect. Josh mocked the broken furniture, the peeling wallpaper, the pitiful studio. Yo bro, he said, lounging dramatically. This the mansion you promised your mom? Ryan fumed. Josh waved a Lambo key and smirked. Man, you used to be famous. Rich cougars fought over you. Now look at you, selling knockoff protein powder on TikTok to pay your bail. Ryan bristled. Shut up. Josh leaned forward, voice oily with fake concern. By the way, that surgery in Thailand? There's a newer version now. Better results. They can even reattach if it's, shredded. Ryan's eyes lit up. For real? Josh nodded solemnly. Just need money. But hey, you could start a GoFundMe. Help me regrow my manhood. Chapter 3. Ryan didn't even hear the sarcasm. He was already fantasizing. After the visit, Josh sent me the video. I edited it down, slapped a clown music soundtrack on it, and leaked it to a snarky gossip page. It exploded. Now they were the meme. Ryan castrated Carter trended for a full day. Mom became Karen the Cougar Queen. Their TikTok livestream numbers plummeted. No one donated. People only showed up to roast them in the comments. Ryan tried livestream selling again. Buy my testosterone booster, only $19.99. Someone commented, Bro, you don't even have testosterone anymore. He logged off midstream. Emma sent me a final clip. Ryan screaming at the screen, I was a king. You all loved me. No one cared. Not anymore. And I returned to work quietly, with the hospital's support fully reinstated. The trolls moved on. The world forgot them. But I didn't. I remembered everything. Because in this life, I won. Chapter 8, and then there was silence. Months passed. Ryan and Mom finally stopped trying. The live streams dried up. No more videos. No more accusations. No more GoFundMe scams. Just silence. Mom was still in the psychiatric facility, mumbling the same delusions over and over. Ryan's gonna buy me a mansion, 10 maids, a golden bathtub. Her room was covered in paper cutouts of mansions from real estate brochures. She pasted Ryan's face over the homeowners. Staff said she talked to the photos like they were real. She had tea parties with them. Called herself the Queen of Beverly Hills. She didn't recognize my name anymore. I signed the paperwork to keep her there indefinitely. As for Ryan, he was quietly serving his sentence. He didn't get much time, but it didn't matter. He had nothing left. No money, no house, no reputation. The rich women who once flaunted him like a pet had ghosted him. Some even deleted all their posts with him, pretending he'd never existed. His criminal record and internet infamy ensured no one would hire him again. Even the scammers stopped answering his calls. Emma kept me updated. Occasionally she'd send me clips, Ryan staring blankly into the prison yard, muttering to himself. I was gonna be a star. One day she sent me a video of a prison talent show. Ryan had signed up to perform spoken word poetry. The entire room booed him off the stage. I rewatched it 5 times. I moved cities shortly after, got a new apartment, a better hospital job. Peace. No more scandals. No more chaos. At night, I sometimes stood on my balcony, looking out at the city lights. I thought about what I'd lost, what I'd gained. People always say family is everything. But sometimes, letting go of family is the only way to survive. They tried to sell me, blame me, ruin me, and I still came out clean. Better. Alone, maybe, but alive. And in a world this insane? That's already a miracle. Subscribe now for more stories. New stories every day.